What's going on, guys? King Strats here, back with another video on the channel. Part 3 of the Thanksgiving cheat day. It's dessert time. As you can see, we've got some of my favorite desserts, and I can't wait to get into these. Without further ado, let me just get into what we're doing. First of all, we've got 6 donuts from my favorite local donut shop known as Glaze Donuts. You can see I still got the box sitting over here. I don't know why. I'm not really sure why, but quick rundown on what they are, and I have to try to remember these. I've got 2 different types of Nutella donuts. I've got a Nutella brown sugar donut and then a Nutella regular donut, and it's got a Ferrero Rocher. I hope I didn't butcher that. In the middle, a lobster tail, which is that thing you see sitting in the front, Fruity Pebbles donut, New York cheesecake, and a Napoleon, which is the thickest donut I've ever seen in my life. Pecan pie is my favorite pie. I had to get one. This one actually comes from a bakery in Texas, Three Brothers Bakery. They make some of the best pecan pie in the country, and every Thanksgiving I get one sent to me. I can't help it. Pecan pie is my thing. I love pecan pie more than any other pie, and it is just, oh, I can't wait to eat that thing, let me tell you. Then I've got some cookies. I went over this briefly if you did catch the eating challenge, the Thanksgiving dinner eating challenge I did in real time. I'll leave that in the link in the description, but I went over these too. I've got a case of Oreo cookies, some sugar cookies, nice cute looking sugar cookies with some Christmas trees on there, because people don't understand that it's not Christmas time yet, and I still get upset about that, but that's another conversation for another day. And some nice sugar cookies again with sprinkles, white chocolate inside, a loaf of pumpkin bread. I'm not the biggest fan of pumpkin, but I do like the pumpkin bread. It doesn't have that pumpkin spice aspect to it, and yeah, to me, there is a major difference between the two. Pumpkin spice has like an artificial taste when you get like the pumpkin spice Cheerios and then the artificial, but when you do pumpkin pie, when you do pumpkin bread, it has a different taste to it. I couldn't get my hands on sweet potato pie because, you know, my mom is the one that makes sweet potato pie, and I couldn't really get access to that, but that is okay. We move. Everybody's feeling good. Fruity Pebbles, I did this in one of my mukbangs. I had a review on this, but it is Fruity Pebbles milk cereal and candy bar, and it is unbelievably good. I cannot wait to get into one of those two. I bought out the entire stock. I said I was going to. I did go back and do that. OG Chips Ahoy are still my favorite Chips Ahoy. I know they have all the crazy Reese's and M&M's, but something about that OG just, again, it brings you back to childhood, and I don't know why. I'm like big on memory food, and I did get, and it has Nutella on it, so don't judge me. But I have a Reese's Snowman. Reese's Snowman as well as the Reese's Bunny are my 2 favorite, as well as the Giant Egg or any giant Reese's to me is just the absolute best in the world. You'll see why when I pull this out, but to me, I said this in the first eating challenge I did in episode 1 of the Thanksgiving cheat day, that I prefer the thicky versions anything to the thin. So they do have Reese's Thins, but I had to get the thicky Snowman because that is just what we do. So without further ado, let me pour. I didn't forget the milk this time. OG regular milk. It's 2%. I don't really like 2%, but that was all they had. I'm more of a skim milk guy, to tell you the truth. But I'm gonna pour myself a nice whopping glass of that, and we're gonna get into some of these donuts. I can't wait. And you know what? As funny as it sounds, I'm actually gonna dig into the one on the bottom because it was the most appetizing sounding one. Brown sugar cinnamon Nutella donut. Oh. And I'm gonna break this bad boy open before I even get in there. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, come on, man. If you like Nutella, and someone's gonna say something about how I pronounce it, I say Nutella. If you say Nutella, knock yourself out. But I was told by, I call it Nutella, okay? Look, let's just, caramel, I say caramel, it's all Gucci, but look at this. Look at all that Nutella sitting in there. Just look at it. They do donuts right at Glaze, and I've got to try it a couple of years ago, and I've been hooked ever since, but without further ado. So much. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Look. It is filled to the gills. And look at the brown sugar on my ham. It adds a different thing to it. Oh man, but this is a lot. There are certain things in life that you can't have too much of. Nutella and peanut butter, as far as desserts. I'm not getting anything else, so get your mind out of the gutter. That is as good as advertised. Of course, to keep in conjunction with my favorite cereal, Fruity Pebbles, I had to get the Fruity Pebbles donut. It is a regular OG donut from Glaze with a nice, I think it's marshmallow on the top. I can't remember, but it's pink. So it ain't marshmallow, but it's got pink frosting. And of course, Fruity Pebbles. And the Fruity Pebble smell is real. I did a Glaze review a while ago. And I stand by this. These donuts are just, see how soft that is? They just do them right. You get that sweet pink frosting on the top. And of course, so good. The excellent, undisputed to me goat Fruity Pebble cereal on the top. And it just hits different. Is it annoying that I keep wiping my hands? I don't like to be messy when I eat. Reese's mug. Never leave home without it. And this mug is like a 30-ounce mug. Oh, man. I'm glad I didn't forget that milk. Where should I go? Let's do this. This right here is called a lobster tail. I saw it. I said lobster tail, I have no... You can see why it's called that. It does resemble a lobster tail, but what it looks like is kind of like a cronut type of topping. I didn't ask, and... Ooh. Ooh. Look at this. Powdered sugar on the top. I hope this is nice and flaky. The filling, oh wow, I've never had this before. The filling is super light. Creamy. Almost like whipped cream. But that flaky lobster tail outside, and you can see how like it's almost like a cronut kind of deal. I don't know if you had a cronut, but it's a mix between a croissant and a donut. Croissant. This is ridiculous. This was the one that I kind of like went on a limb to have. And I'm super glad that I did. Listen to this. That's what you want to hear. It is not hard. It is just flaky and buttery and sugary and wow. I can't, that is so good right there. I have to stop for a second. It's got me doing a lean. Look, I'm on one side. I probably will anyway when I'm done with this because the amount of sugar that I'm intaking right now, I just wouldn't recommend for anybody to do. Oh. As far as episode 3, you see I've been eating all day. I don't know how many calories it is, but I'm gonna look it up. I'll try to put it somewhere in the video for you. If I forget, if I had to guesstimate, like that pie itself is like 4,000 calories, and I'm not exaggerating. Pecan pie is one of the most calorically dense food items that you can get. Very similar to cheesecake. Cheesecake is extremely high volume in calories. One slice of cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory, for example, can run you anywhere about 2,000 calories. Some higher, some a little lower, but because of the way that they cook it, it's so heavy. You can just pick this thing up and just, it's heavy. Heavy. Let me just bite this again though while I'm here. Seriously, if you like Nutella, look at that. There's more Nutella than donut. That hazelnut with that brown sugar, the cinnamon sugar, it's just, they just go. And like I said before, the donut itself they make, I don't know what they do, but they're so soft and airy. Unbelievable. Man, this is gonna be messy. I got Nutella all over my hands. I touched the donut to put it on here. I got Nutella on the box for the Reese's. We still move. This right here is a New Jersey cheesecake, which means it's probably loaded with calories. You see the chocolate on the top. I can't tell what's going on top. I just have to bite into it to be able to tell. Hold on. Cheesecake all the way. Tastes like a super rich. Wow. Look at here. Oh, see how soft these donuts are? Now, I'm not throwing shade at the franchise donut places. But there, look at this. Look at this. There's just something about the local made with love donuts that they have like this. I feel like it just can't be duplicated. Really, really heavy though. Unbelievable. I know I show my food too much to the camera, but I need you guys in here with me. I need you to get inside the donut. These chocolate shavings, they add a little something to it. A little bit of texture change. Just a little bit of chocolate taste to get in there. I don't know if I'm gonna eat this whole thing. This right here, it's called a Napoleon. From what it looks like, it has that same filling that was inside of that lobster tail, but you can see how big it is. They're known for these type of donuts. They do make a lot of donuts in this similar fashion where they cut it into threes, and then they stuff each. Yeah, that is the same filling. Napoleon. What did I just bite? There's almost like a honey, almost like baklava, and a holy, can't curse. Don't get demonetized. Wow. And that black and white top, I'm making a complete mess of this, but I'm just getting that sweet, almost sticky sweet. Kind of reminds me of baklava, which I couldn't find any because a lot of places were closed, obviously at Thanksgiving. But it's also one of my favorite desserts. Now I'm making an absolute mess. Wow. The highlight of this is that sticky, sweet. You can see it if this doesn't fall. That in the bottom. This is all filling. They don't play. Their donuts are so dense. When you order these, you can order them 4 or 8, 12. 4 is usually enough for most people. I just want this right here. No. What was I getting? Yeah. If you are a person with a sweet tooth, I suggest you come hang out. I can't get over how good this is. Videos like this make me want to do ASMR streams. Or should I say streams, videos? Because then I can just shut up and eat. But I think if I did an ASMR stream, I would probably ruin the video because I'd be talking the whole time. I'd be like, sorry, I'm speaking too much. I can't help it. Oh. Oh. Nutella part 2. You never had a Rocher? It says Rocher, but I believe it's pronounced Rocher. It's a hazelnut. Just goodness. And there's a whole one. I can't even get it out. Ah, come here. Sitting right in the middle. Just that is good. And I already know. I'm in Nutella overload right now. It's so messy. I bet Nutella stuck to the roof of my mouth. Probably the greatest accident. Well, since my parents decided to hook up in the early 90s. That's a terrible thing to say. Sugar rush. If you didn't get that joke, that's I'm the accident. You forget. Forget it. I won't say anything. I gotta get into this pie. I want to eat everything, but I gotta get into this pie. Pecan pie. Where's my knife? Now the problem with pecan pie is it's impossible to cut and make look good, but we're gonna give it a go anyway. And I'm gonna botch it. Come here. I'm definitely gonna botch this, but I don't care. So I'm just gonna grab myself a nice big old something. It's not gonna be a slice. I can tell you that right now. I've been cutting a lot. There you go. But look at this crust. Nice flaky, just. The crust itself, there's no way this is coming out correctly. I don't even have a fork. No, I do. I got a plastic fork. There's no way this is coming out correctly. Nope. Come on, come on, come on. It didn't, but you get the idea. Look at that. Texas pecan pie. Yes, Texas pecan pie. Just come in one more time. Look how thick that is right there. Pecan pie is really, really sweet, but I just absolutely love it. There are no words. Oh my God. Between that flaky crust and the super sweet filling and those delicious pecans that kind of bring a little bit of like earthiness to it. Let me know in the comments, please. This is important. What's your favorite pie? Do you not like pecan pie? I'm not judging you. I just would like to know, what can this glorious creation from God do wrong? Right here. Like, what can it do wrong? What about it don't you like? What about the pie that you like more than this is better than this? This is my pie. That's what I'm trying to cut it for. Look at that crust. Pie crust. I remember, the crazy part, one of the few people in the world that I know that doesn't like pecan pie is my own mother. We never had pecan pie growing up. I didn't even try. Icing? We cool. We Gucci. I never had pecan pie growing up. I don't know what kind of houses you guys grew up in, but there was one thing, and it's funny because I remember there was just like a painting, a picture on the wall in the kitchen, And it still rings true. I don't live at home anymore, but pretty sure she still runs the show in the same way. And what it said was, if mama ain't happy, and it said ain't, got a bear on it. Mama bear. Right? It said, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. It's a fact. So, if my mom didn't like something, it just wasn't in the house. Like pecan pie, for example, most canned goods of any sort whatsoever, never made it into the house. Diet soda, she hated, never was there. Most pizza chains. I told this story in a mukbang a while ago, and not to get into detail, but my mom's been having like some health issues because of the stuff that's going on in the world right now. She was hospitalized for the last week, so I've kind of been running down memory lane a little bit about it. Just about kind of like the it was a scary time, but I'm not gonna get into it. But just about like all the times that I had with my mom. Where I said this before, we're really close. I have a tattoo on my neck. I don't even remember which side. I don't even know. I think it's this side, but her name is tattooed on my neck. I didn't. I went on spring break. I went on spring break, and you know what college students do on spring break. So I did what college students do on spring break, and you're not supposed to do this, but after a night out doing what college students do on spring break, right next to my hotel was a tattoo parlor. So at 4 a.m. Central Time, which is, I live in the East Coast, my family's from New Jersey, it's 3 a.m. Eastern Time, I decided to call my mother. And she got a text because of, you're drinking stuff that, college students drink, and you kind of have like truth hour. I'm sure you've all done it if you're of age. If you're not, please don't, and drink responsibly, adults. But I called her at 3 o'clock in the morning. She must have thought something was wrong because she picked right up. She's a pretty light sleeper, and I said, hey mom. She's like, what happened? I don't know if she thought she had to come pick me up or what, but I said, I love you. I love you so much. I'm getting a tattoo of your name right now. Don't be mad. And she just started laughing. But yeah, that happened. But anyway, back to the original story, because I get sidetracked all the time. I did tell this story before, but I always tell it, and I still tell it to her because I refuse to let things go. Oreo cookie, by the way. It's the ones from a box, actually, but they're delicious if you've never had them. You gotta dip them in milk. It's an Oreo. My 7th birthday. All I wanted to do for my 7th birthday was go to Pizza Hut. I still haven't let this go. Jokingly, but respectfully, as you should say. Oh my goodness. In milk? This is... Bros. Ladies and bros. Ladies and bros. If you have these Oreo cookies right here, they look like this. I don't know what they look like because I didn't make them. Holy. That's even better than an Oreo. It's like cookies and cream with the milk, and it's smooth, and I'm getting sidetracked. 7th birthday. Wow. Oh, man. All I want to do is go to Pizza Hut. The specific Pizza Hut that I went to all the time, I had a Street Fighter arcade, and that's what I want to do. I want to play Street Fighter, have a pan pizza with my family on my birthday. So, we're in the car. Me, my mom, my dad, my sister. My dad says, David, it's your birthday, where you want to go? I love my mother, man, but she's a trip. She gave me a look, and I'm looking like, oh boy, because I think she knew what I was going to say. But me, little kid, Pizza Hut. My dad said, okay, let's go to Pizza Hut. And my mom in the front seat, I swear to you, this is her exact what she said. She said, I don't want nothing then. That's what she said. I don't want nothing then. Those are the exact words. And I know what that means. That means that's the veto. That's like, you know what a veto, like when you have a bill and like the president can like reject it? My mom rejected my proposal. Vetoed. Bam, get out of here. So she said, I don't want nothing. And of course me, like I wasn't a spoiled kid. So I said, Mom, what do you want to eat? And she said, Bennigan's. Bennigan's, if you don't know, was a chain in the 90s. There still are a few left. We had one, we lost it, and then it came back 3 years ago and we lost it again. But Bennigan's was good. It was an Irish pub type of food. They had this thing called broccoli bites. They were just fried cheese balls with broccoli and cheese inside, and then like fried breading on the outside, and you had this honey mustard dipping sauce, and they were absolutely delicious. But I really want a pizza. I went to Bennigan's that night on my birthday. I didn't pout. I do what I do now. I sat there and I ate, and I just made a face in my head. You know how when you ever be mad at somebody, or like you in a situation you don't want to be in, but you just play it cool. And I sat there in my broccoli bites, but in my but you ever been in like an anger type of situation where you're not mad, but you like, oh, all right, that kind of stuff. You're like, oh, all right, and you nod your head. That's what I do when I get annoyed. I've done it on bad dates, and I've done it in this situation. So I'm even the broccoli bites going, all right, she ain't never gonna hear the end of this. And I said that in my head. 20 some odd years later, I still give her crap for it. And when she started to feel better, you know, she was in the hospital, but we could still talk on FaceTime. She had her phone, so you know, she had like the oxygen thing on her face, but she was breathing much better. So the first thing that I said to her when she said that she was feeling good, she could breathe, you know, she started able to start eating. The first thing that I said to my mom, because I'm such a jerk, I said, as soon as you get out of there, I'll take you to Bennigan's on my birthday. Look, man, I'm that way. You can ask any of my friends, family, I don't let things go. Like, it doesn't affect me or make me treat you differently at all, but at the same time, sugar cookie. Sugar cookies are basic, but they're still good. This one's a little more flaky than the other one. Buttery. Almost like a butter cookie, kind of. This might be a butter cookie. Like shortbread. I love those. But I'm the type of person that if you do some sideways stuff, and harmless sideways stuff, you know, like that, that's not like life-altering stuff. Like, it's just like, oh, all right type of stuff. So I was all right. I don't want to go. There's a girl. And the funny part is, I know she watches some of these videos, so if she's watching, you know who you are. About 10 years ago, I had like a thing for her, right? But she didn't have a thing for me. Not necessarily she didn't have a thing for me, it was just like bad timing, for lack of better words. So every time that I saw her, like 2 years later, 3 years later, 4 years later, whatever, I would see her and I'd be like, hey, how you doing? Like, I'd see her at a bar, whatever, and she's, how you been? It's great. And I'm like, yeah, you curved me 4 years ago. We laugh about it because I'm not mad, but because I don't really care about stuff like that, but that's just how I'm built. Like, I will be that person who like never lets you get over the little funny stuff. You know, like, we're cool and I'm not mad, like nothing like that. Like to this day, like, we're still dope. But I still will be like, yo, you curved me in 2008. To her at the bar, and I was there with her and like my boys, my friends and stuff, and they were like, oh, hey, no, because they know her too. And I'm like, yeah, how you been? I was like, yeah, yo, you know, she curved me. I'm bad, man. I'm terrible. What do you want from me? I was getting into this pumpkin bread while I'm still running my mouth, because that's what I do. But yeah, that's what happened. This is homemade pumpkin bread. Yes, it's made from scratch. Look at that. It's super light, and I don't really like pumpkin stuff, but this is one of the few things that I really, really enjoy. It's like a really good muffin without icing. You can see how light that is. And again, it's not pumpkin spice. In fact, the person who makes it hates pumpkin spice, but loves these. Same way. You know. And shout out to anybody who has contributed to this, because most of this stuff was sent to me, my loved ones, friends, you know, and they knew my situation. And I was kind of just going to go around looking for stuff to eat, and then stuff started showing up on my doorstep. So, like, thank you all. And thank you all for watching, because Thanksgiving for me is usually a time that I spend with my family. And this is the first year that I didn't get to. You know, it's no one's fault. This is just the world we live in right now. And, you know, being able to, like, kind of make content and enjoy it and vibe and kind of just, I feel like y'all have become my second family, because a lot of you guys are people who comment on every video, people who are people who watch the channel no matter what kind of crap content that I put out. So, you know, if you're new to the channel, like even you, it doesn't matter, but I do recognize a lot of faces, and I'm starting to see like continuity in that, and it's a good feeling because I like talking to you guys. Like you see me in the comments, and whenever I see comments I try to get to them, so thank you guys too. You contribute to this just as much just by watching the videos, or else I'd just be sitting here wallowing in self-pity by myself. So it's dope, man, it really is. Excuse me. So good. Like again, I know I show my food too much. Yo, she's one of the few girls who ever curved me, bro. Yeah, I'm not over it. I'm not trying to like, but still, like, I just, why? What? It wasn't. It was complicated. I know people say that, and you know, it's not you, it's me, and all that stuff. Well, it was me. It is what it is. But yeah, man. I don't know. That's just the way that I'm built. I never let people get away or get over with anything. I do want to get to this too. I gotta get to this. This video is probably long as heck. I'm not gonna finish everything simply for the fact that I've probably eaten upwards of 22 to 23,000 calories today. And I don't want this video to be too long because right now it's probably somewhere over 30 minutes long, which is cool. I kind of just wanted to eat some dessert and vibe with you guys, and you know, I did get an 8-pack of donuts. I gave those to my family, so maybe I'll give some more stuff like the rest of the pie. Nah, I'm eating that shit. That's something else though. They can have a cookie. That's all y'all getting. The Reese's snowman. First of all, look how happy this man is. You know why he's happy? Because he's filled with delicious peanut butter. If I was filled with delicious peanut butter, which I'm about to be, I'd be happy too. Now, when I talk about Team Thicky, am I talking about women? Huh? I'm talking, I mean, also, let's just keep on the Snickers. Y'all getting sidetracked. But here we go. Look at this. See how thicky this is? Now watch this. This is what a Reese's with Thicky is supposed to look like. Do you feel me? This is the play. This is what it is. This is what every Reese's, like, you know the big cups? Those are the only ones I eat now. I don't even eat regular size Reese's anymore. Reese's are my favorite candy bar. They're not a candy bar, but you know, candy, like, Reese's are my thing. Clearly. So when I see things that look like this, the big cups, that's the play for me. I don't do thin. And someone, I don't know if you're watching this time, but they said, you know, I usually agree with you, but you don't like thin crust pizza. First of all, shh. Yeah, man. Look, if you like peanut butter, what do you do? Look, come on, you gotta get one of these. Where did I find it? I don't know. Walgreens. Look, just go to a place that sells Reese's around the holidays. Or if you got a Walmart, get there around Christmas time. Because they're gonna start busting out the 2-pound, the pound joints. That's they will be in the video, trust me. Christmas eating cheat day. Probably. Oh. 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 I don't care. You can get on my face. Oh, Thicky. I used to have a saying. It was on Instagram. I have t-shirts. I've worn them on these mukbangs too. That's Team Thicky. I am the president of Team Thicky. What you want to say? This is what I'm talking about with Team Thicky. I need the filling Thicky. Okay, I know people talking about, like, you know, the women and the Thicky. That's another conversation. Maybe if I start OnlyFans. You're not liking to. Y'all ain't hear that. But yeah, that's what it's about. That's what it's about right there. That's what it's about. Can you believe she curved me back? Nah, I'm just playing. No, I'm not. I'm not really a person who gets rejected a lot. And I'm cool with being rejected. And it's not because I think I'm, like, you know, some great catch or anything. Like, it's more because I don't really hit on people. Ever. Usually things happen, like, organically. I've never been the type of person to, like, approach a woman in a bar or a club or in class, or I don't do that stuff. I'll just sit there. Like, we could like each other for 5 years and you might never know it. That also happened too. There was a girl in high school that I had a crush on. She had a crush on me. We didn't find out until we were like 24. It's a true story. So I don't do that kind of stuff. So I never really get rejected. Like, I know they say shoot your shot. Look how thick this peanut butter is, man. But I don't shoot shots. I don't. I'm just built different. I'm not going to chase you. You can talk. Because I feel like, I don't know. And as I got older, it's more because like physical attraction for me is like, it's half the battle. Like, of course I have to be physically attracted to you, but I got to talk to you first. And not like, hey, how you doing? Or like, you know how these dudes, like, can I buy you a drink? Like, nah. I just want to know what you about. Like, can we talk? Just chop it up for a minute. I need to see if we vibe. And then we'll see from there. But I've never been the person that sees a random stranger and like, oh man, she's so attractive. I gotta go talk to her. Fellas, I'm not saying you're wrong for doing that. I never judge anybody else for doing, you know, what you do. Because, like, I'm not, this is just my own thought process, you know? So, I've definitely missed a lot of shots over the years. I actually ended up in a relationship once where I completely didn't know I was gonna end up in a relationship. If you never had this, if you've never had this Fruity Pebbles cereal and candy with the snowman on here. Look how many Fruity Pebbles are in the back. I did a whole mukbang on these, but they're super, super delicious. It's not exactly white chocolate because it's made with like palm oil instead of what white chocolate comes with, I believe. But it does give you that, yeah, palm oil. I was right. Holy hell. Go me. But I had this, and it gives you the same thing as if you were eating a bowl of Fruity Pebbles. I swear. Like, not BSing you. And I'll get back to my story. I don't know if it's sugar rush or what, but wow. If you can find them, I found them in the Five Below. I heard them and spotted in some Walmarts. Get it. Unbelievable. But yeah, I never was that guy. Like, if that's what you do, like, I'm not judging you because most people do that. But when I go out, I just chill. Like, I like things to happen organically. And what I was saying was, I ended up in a relationship. It was a girl that I was cool with. We were just friends. We would talk, we would text, you know, platonically. Like, just have conversations sporadically. And she invited me to her birthday party. You know, it was like a whole bunch of her friends. And like, I didn't really know anybody there, to be perfectly honest. But she invited me. I should have taken the hint. But you have to smack me in the head with I like you for me to like believe it or whatever. So anyway, at the end of the party, I just dipped. I just went home. I guess they all went to a diner, right? And she texted me while I was sitting on my couch. I never went home. I was chilling. I was like playing FIFA, you know, whatever. Minding my own business. Not that I live alone. Like, that's what I do. So I get a text message just like 3 o'clock in the morning. And she's like, why'd you leave without me? I said, huh? Now, she was dope. No dime. Really dope. But I don't care. So what? I'm not going to chase you. Or even, I don't care. I will float off into oblivion and never, ever make a move. I'm built that way. So she said, why you leave without me? I said, huh? So why'd you leave without me? Now, once you throw it out there, if there's something there, I'm catching it. I'll stop beer in 10 minutes. It's a long relationship. That wasn't I'm not being sarcastic. It was a long relationship. And it would have never happened if that text message didn't come. So ladies, I'm not talking about with me. And even fellas, if you're feeling somebody, shoot your shot. I'm not. Just shoot it though, because you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't. And you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Now me, I'm perfectly fine not scoring. That actually sounds horrible. I need to score. You get what I'm saying, okay? Not like that, but like I need to score, but like not the euphemism. Stop, okay? I don't care. I'm not chasing you. I have let many a woman walk out of my life. Because ladies, now I'm going way into this conversation, but some of y'all think y'all slick. Y'all want to be chasing. Y'all be, I'm leaving. I don't care. You be standing there like, come chase me. And I'll be like, I'm not chasing anybody. Let me get into these Chips Ahoy. I wasn't sure if I was going to do like an eating challenge with this. I did do an eating challenge yesterday, but I did it unedited. Like, by the time this video is out, you will have seen that I did an eating challenge, but I didn't speed up any of it. I ate the whole thing in real time. A large Thanksgiving dinner. So if you saw that, you saw that. This one is more of like a mukbang. I'm not gonna finish everything, but I just need to run my mouth because I'm in a sugar rush. You know what this look like? Look like delicious. They're hard as a rock. You know they're hard as a rock. I feel like Darth is gonna attack me. If you're new to the channel, I get attacked by my Darth Vader painting. It hits me in the head like every other video. But these are super good, man. Chips Ahoy just bring me back to the childhood. I was a true fat kid. I used to take these Chips Ahoy, and I crush them up, I put them in a bowl, and eat them like cereal. Also with Teddy Grahams, it works. Try it, I'm dead serious. But I feel like I've been running my mouth way too much. This video is probably way too long, but I wanted to try all this stuff. I didn't want to overdo the desserts, because I'm not a sweet tooth guy to a certain extent. I just wanted to like dig in and get in. I'm probably gonna save this pie and eat it though. Probably in the next week. But everything else was super good. If you get a chance and you live in my area, like Try Glaze, it is very, very good donuts. If you live in Texas, get the pecan pie. All the other stuff you can get from the store. But these are my favorite desserts, minus the baklava, which is my #1. But I'm gonna smash this right here. This is all the yum yums in it from the stuff I was dipping. And try to come down from this watermelon sugar high. You know that watermelon sugar high song was made as reference to I just found out today. You know that meme where you're like, I just found out, I was today years old? Look it up. I was like, wow, I didn't know that. I never really heard that song too much, but I would hear it in the background, like, you know, go to stores and stuff. I thought it was really talking about some, like, having some watermelon sugar, but I didn't know he was talking about that. Alright. But anyway, this is the end of the Thanksgiving cheat day. I had my favorite breakfast, I definitely had my favorite dinner, and I had my favorite dessert. It was epic. I absolutely loved it. You guys smashed it. Thank you so much for watching. I think this is going to be a regular thing in some way, shape, or form where we do like a triple feature, a series on holidays. So Christmas time will probably be something I'm going to come up with too. So I don't have Christmas spirit at all. Maybe I'll talk about some of that stuff too, but I don't have much holiday cheer. But anyway, it's gonna be the end of the video. I love you guys, man. Be back, definitely. I'm not eating for the next 2 days, but you won't know that because you'll be seeing this thinking I'm eating, but I ate this all in the same day. And then, whatever. Yeah, that's it. Sugar is really running through my system right about now, since there's already lots of turkey and side dishes and still McDonald's breakfast. The grand total for today, like I said, is probably upwards of 20-something thousand calories that I had. I definitely could eat a lot more. Maybe when we hit like a subscriber milestone, I'll do one of those like really long eating challenges, but this was my first one. I worked out twice today. It was a lot of stuff. For sure. But anyway, it's been your boy King Strats, and we will be back, I hope tomorrow when you see this, but we're definitely got some content coming for next week because I had some stuff planned this week that I couldn't do. But anyway, we'll be back ASAP. I love y'all. The hand signs, I like this hand because it has a tattoo on it. So the hand signs, they made it to YouTube. I have to stop doing that eventually, right? Because I'm here now. Like, it's stupid, but whatever. It just became a thing. And when I didn't do it, someone said something. Anyway, stop the video. Anyway, we out.